The summoner choice is causing rather a stir, crashing and performance issues are getting worse, and Omega Red is bugged. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Wednesday. Before we really get stuck into any of the stories, first of all I want to give a massive thanks to this community, this growing community on here on the RichTheMan channel. 50,000 subscribers we've gone over, which is amazing. And yeah, it's just a massive accomplishment, so thank you very much everybody for the support. I will be live streaming on Friday here because Friday is my birthday and I'm thinking I just want to stream. I've been putting in the work to do content and this is going to be a big week because I've got some big videos coming out. So yeah, Friday is going to be a stream day on my birthday, so hope to see you there. I'm not 100% sure on time frames because I want to complete Marvel Contest of Champions news on Friday as I normally do and have that out about midday in the UK time, so it could be around about 1400 hours GMT, and then we're going to live stream for 3 hours and then have a dinner break and then come back later on in the day. So yeah, hopefully I get to see you then. And before going anywhere, I just want to give thanks, as I normally do, continued thanks to those that support through the medium of YouTube memberships and Patreon. It's massive, massive at the moment to have this support, and it does mean an incredible amount. I'm still, I'd say, about 20 to 30 days away from finding out what the future is going to be for me with YouTube. But if I get that support from everybody, it's massively appreciated and keeps the channel going. So thank you so much for the support. You're on screen at the moment, and as well those that support over on Twitch. I do a lot of different games on Twitch, but as well, you know, MCOC is the core factor, so that's where I do a lot of the streaming. So massive thank you to those that do their Prime Gaming each month to myself. Links for how to do it in the description down below. Thank you so much for the support. Continuing on those bits of support, and as well those that do tier 1 subs. Thank you so much for that, and those that do bits and other stuff like that. Let's kick off the news with a brand new feature called I Bloody Hate You of the Week. I bloody hate you and your luck.
Wanker.
Right, so we've had a giggle, let's talk seriously now, and it's all about the summoner choice. Now, I think I speak for a lot of people when the final four look to be a very hotly contested next round. Who is going to go through? That is the question. The biggest surprise from the first round was Ironheart going through. Hercules, Omega Sentinel, and Morbius felt like there was a strong backing, and even though, and just to kind of explain, you know, MCOC don't do characters, and I made that mistake of kind of assuming that they would make a movie version later down the line. I have explained this in another video, so go and watch out. That was yesterday's video where I talked about this a bit more. But yeah, here's the thing. I really hope Omega Sentinel goes through to next round and eventually is the winner, but there is a lot of players really interested and really liking Hercules, Morbius, and to a degree Ironheart, which I didn't think that was going to be a thing. But yeah, people can like who they like. We find out about the next round of results on Monday, as we normally found out this week. Same thing this week. It's not, you think the results coming on Friday? It's not. It's finished on Friday, but we didn't see results till Monday. They have to be tallied and they have to make sure that they are not rigged. It's rigged, folks. It's rigged. Well, funnily enough, even mentioning that, there have been a few people kind of pointing out a few things. There's been some issues with voting, which we'll talk about in a minute. My God, this is just like, you just think there's parallels that are being drawn with what's happened in America or happening in America. I say it's post tense. It should really be over and done with now, but it's not the case. Somebody was saying that they felt that they wanted to see the results because they wanted to see that, you know, where everyone was voting, and at the same time, does it then point to strategic vote? Yes. So the same thing in the UK system, when there's multiple parties. If it's a case of going like, right, well, they did half the voting one stage or they did like a full amount of voting in different rounds, then yes, it could influence the way that people are voting by the means of the results that are showing in process in order to go to different rounds. So, and that's point out here, showing the totals might influence the vote. Maybe they don't want that to happen. I agree, I think that's going to be it. But as I always said, at the start of this whole process, have at least 2 or even 3 characters in your mind that you like in order to go like, right, well, my first one didn't get through, I'll vote for the second one. And here's the thing, tactical could be a thing as well. And you're kind of looking at, what do we have a limitation of? Techs. God tier techs? Yes. Super Saiyan techs? Of course. Beyond God tier? Whatever. We're kind of classifying these champions at nowadays. The fact is, tech seems to be that limitation on having the go-to characters. And Guardian being the last decent champion to come out tech-wise, it's important to add some more into the game. The emphasis from me still is vote for the one that you want to see go through. As a lot of you know, for me, it's Mega Sentinel. As someone that, even like last night, I was watching Mortal Engines, and I was like resonating with that Shrike character, and I was just thinking, that's so cool, it's so amazing, the depth of the backstory and stuff like that. And I think that's what I'd like to see from a Mega Sentinel. So yeah, it's just who I'm voting with if anybody's interested. But also sticking with the story of the voting system, and it is causing bugs. So with a lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today is dropped inputs, crashing, and a whole lot of things going wrong with the game. There's an issue that if you log in and you click on this vote now, that it takes you to a page and crashes your game. Definitely a lot of players are talking about that. In particular, this player here is saying exactly something to the same tune, that as soon as they click on it, it's like gone. It's like, ugh, it's annoying. This problem seems to be around since Monday, but it gets worse. You know, if you've got AQ and AW commitments and we're mid-season at the moment, it's pretty annoying. And unfortunately, it's still not fixed as of early on this morning. So, by the way, you can't like vote constantly on stuff. You've already taken the survey, so there's no kind of like fraudulent activity with kind of over voting to kind of make sure that one character is going to win and get through. But you know, this is the thing with it. It's annoying for some players. It's not going to be for everybody that's got this issue. It certainly wasn't for myself, but you know, for those that are kind of experiencing this, it is pretty annoying. Okay, now we're going to talk about game stability and game performance. And the fact is, this month is terrible. I mean, from what I'm experiencing, and I'm not alone, there are a lot of other players experiencing issues. Whether or not this is modern devices, whether or not this is older devices, whether you're on iOS or Android. And Android, I know, have got it really bad at the moment from crashing issues that are just not being identified. But there is a lot of problems. And whether or not there's a lot of things being made, developed, working on, that is causing a load of front-end issues that we're seeing, it is quite surprising. Well, it's not surprising. I say it's quite surprising, not surprising. This is it's consistently inconsistent at the moment. Last month for me was fine. I had a great month with functionality. A few times a little bit dropped inputs, but then apart from that, it seemed to sort itself out. I did Abyss of Legends run with absolutely no issues. No dropped inputs, absolutely fine. AQ, AW season was fine. Cavalier was fine. No kind of like dropped inputs, kind of really kind of like buggy, jittery screenings. But this month, this update has been one of the worst in a little while. And here's the thing, I'm not alone. As I said, there's lots of players, different types of devices. This is the iOS side, but I will talk about the Android side in a minute. A lot of stuff. That's same with me. iPhone 11 Pro, game crashing during arena quests. Game will either freeze or flat out. Yeah, I've had that. You know, loads and loads of problems. And it just keeps on going on, and people just keep going and adding to it. And dropped inputs in particular have been a growing concern for players. We're just like, and everyone just keeps adding to these different threads. And then they've got the same problem, like, okay, well, you know, go and put it on the iOS and Android thing. But it's like, well, what is actually being done? Well, the Android side of things is not looking very good at all. It gets worse. I laugh a little bit because it's very much laughable. You've got to laugh, otherwise this is quite painful. If you love the game as much as myself and many other people, when you notice little inconsistencies like this, or major inconsistencies, or if you can't even log in, or everything's been bumped off, it's unpleasant, because this is all about escapism. If things are kind of like, you know, life's a miserable thing at the moment. So escapism into a game is somewhat of a nice thing to do. But when you're feeling yourself incredibly frustrated, angry and stressful about something you're meant to have as escapism, it's not exactly the best thing, is it? Now, I know Kabam are working on this. They have said they are working to resolve a lot of these kind of issues, more so with the Android stuff. And here's the thing, I just think this will be a process of waiting out until the end of the month to put in a new update where everything will be sorted out. So I think we've just got to have like a very kind of rough few weeks. But if you're looking to get any kind of compensation, as I said before, I feel that because we've got the birthday of, or the anniversary of MCOC coming up to the 6th, was the 6th anniversary on the 10th of December, they will probably have some kind of summoner appreciation and then halls of healing and stuff like that, which will be that nice little thing to give us, but at the same time it won't be that kind of like thank you for playing the game, special gift, sorry the game hasn't been performing type thing. It's just a case of riding it out until we get some sort of like nice event. At times like this, I feel like I want to channel in my inner Tyler One. If you don't know who Tyler One, you won't get the reference, but he's a popular streamer and a rager. Damn, I'm sick of this! Kiss Scam! Fix the game! Because Fucking addicted. It's a reference. If you don't get the reference, then there's no point to life. Next up, an Omega Red Death Field bug. Now I can't remember if I covered this at the start of the month, but it looks like there is a problem with Omega Red's Death Field. As said here, Red Guardian on the team. I am also running suicides. When the fight starts, Emma Frost and others do not start taking damage until the spores reach 10, but his ability shows that once Death Field is activated, the champion starts taking damage. Over the last few days, many players have come out to report this, so it does look like this is a shared experience. Omega Red, oh, I'd love to get that as a 5 or a 6 star, but you know, there is the future. On the 11th of November though, KebabZibit did ask for some more info, just to kind of like get the team, or get the team to understand to replicate said bug. And yeah, well, everybody gave their stuff. The furthest update on the situation is KebabZibit saying, just wanted to give you a heads up that we passed the info on to the rest of the team to take a look into. So it looks like it's being looked into as of, what, 4 days ago? But unfortunately with most things, there's no update on the situation. If I get any more info or there's anything on the forums, then I'll let you know probably next week in MCC News if there is anything to report. We now move on to arena predictions. Predictions for Red Guardian as the basic and Falcon as the featured. All of those predictions are down below at the moment on screen. And I've gone with a lower than normal Falcon. Falcon's been featured, but he's been recently buffed. I think he's got good value to him, especially looking at about 30 to 35 mil. So I'm going to say 35 mil for Falcon as a 5-star featured. And I think that's just based off of the buff. The 4-star featured, I'm going with 6 mil. I think it's just a little bit more than normal, but for those that don't have the champion, at least you can guarantee yourself. Personally, I think a lot of these scores are going to be a lot lower when they come to the results, but it's hard to pick and choose with a newly buffed champion, because it could be a case that players get really interested and want to go for it. Finally, with Red Guardian, I'm going with 2.5 mil. Personally, I feel that it's going to go a lot lower, like 2.2 to at least 2.1 mil for that champion. However, though, 2.5 mil to be safe with getting Red Guardian. On Friday, I should be doing a very special birthday crystal opening, so stick up by for that. I'm going to have 10 attempts to try and get that champion. And Mojo, 2 champions I really want to get. And there we go, that's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload a second video today, but if I do, go and check it out. Some really spicy videos coming out in the next few days, and as well the birthday stream, birthday opening. So look out for that. Thanks everybody for the support, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.